What up, everybody? It's your favorite realtor, Josh Brown, coming here today to give you guys another live market update. The market has been moving, as you guys know. Things are changing, interest rates are rising, but let's figure out where the market is going so that we can stay educated and informed, so that we can make those big decisions. So first and foremost, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. The Denver's market, as usual, has been very unusual. And if you guys, I'm not sure if you guys can, let's share my screen right now. There we go. Let's pull up this market update. And this time I'm going to go over every slide with you guys, just so that we can give you a very detailed market analysis on what's going on, because right now it's kind of when it's starting to change into a different season, as we kind of head into the spring in the next few months and kind of ending these winter months. So let's get started. Let's look at the active listings on detached and attached single family homes. As you can see, year over year, we're still slightly below what the normal, I would say the norm is. Since COVID has happened, there's been about 1,500 total homes on the market, and that's a 44% decrease month over month. So I mean, if you guys look at the counties too, there's about 275 homes active in Adams, 219 in Arapahoe County, 42 in Broomfield. So you can see the inventory in Broomfield must be low. Denver has a 426, which is a negative 48% month over month change, and a 67% year over year. So with that being said, as we know about what the winter months are usually a little bit slower. You usually see a little bit longer days on market just because of the season, and that's usually impacted throughout all markets. But if you look at kind of the Denver market, you can see we're at a 44% month over month decrease. So that's definitely down from a few months back. And then if we just look at the active listings analysis for detached single family homes, so this is going to be a home that has a detached garage, so separated from the house. And if we look at those, the detached single family homes on the market, there's a 44% month over month decrease. So we're still seeing a decrease in inventory coming onto the market as to active listings. And if we look at the attached single family homes, we're going to see about the same thing, 45% month over month decrease. So and if you look at all the counties, Elbert County has 0 active attached single family homes, which I don't even, that's, if you guys know Elbert County, that's most like the country area. But if you look at Adams County, they had a 46 year over year change and a 39%. So we're continuing to see no homes come on the market. And if they do come on the market, if they're priced correctly, they're gone, and they're gone in a few. So now let's look at the months of supply of inventory. And if everybody remember, in my previous market update videos, why months of supply is so important. It just lets you know how many homes are on the market at any given time, and if they were to put no more homes on the market, that's how fast all those homes would sell. So if we're looking at the month over month supply, we actually seen a decrease of about 44% month over month in inventory. So I mean, that's detached and attached single family homes, and I'll just do each one of those individually. So with the detached single family homes, the months of supply, that was a decrease of 44.2% month over month. And that was about, if you look at these year over year changes, man, these are something else. Year over year change, 43%. So if you see, we're not even, we're almost to a quarter months of supply of inventory. That's about as low as it low. And if you look at historically for the past 3 years, it has never even came close, except for in March of 2021, and I'm pretty sure that's when the pandemic started. So we have even lower months of supply of inventory for detached single family homes and attached single family homes. And if you look at each one of the counties, Arapahoe County has the least amount of inventory for attached single family homes and the least amount of inventory for detached single family homes. So if you're looking for properties in Arapahoe County, Broomfield, Denver, Jefferson County, Adams County, you're going to be looking pretty hard, because the inventory there is even, it's getting even slimmer. Now let's look on average days on market. As we know, when we move into the winter months, usually you start to see longer days on market. And if we look at the chart here, without even me looking at it, you can kind of see that With detached single family homes, the average days on market actually increased 17 days, up 13.3% from prior months. And if you look at all the counties here to my left, it'll have each county's days on market, and they're all pretty substantial. They're all pretty low. 17 with Douglas having the highest days on market, and Elbert County having the most days on market, the highest days on market, and Douglas is the second highest. So they're all still pretty low. Arapahoe County is moving the fastest this month with an average of only 14 days on the market. So if you got a home in Arapahoe County and you are looking to sell, those homes are staying on the market for at most 14 days. And if it's priced correctly, it's gone faster than 14 days. So if you're in Arapahoe County, look at these days on market. That's where, you know, we're seeing a lot of inventory shortage over there, and we're seeing the houses go as fast as any other counties in Colorado. I mean, in the Denver metro area. So, and if we look at attached single family homes, Arapahoe County and Douglas County have the fastest days on market. So if you're in Douglas County and you have an attached single family home, this is the slide for you, because right now your home is selling faster than any other county in the world. I mean, in the world, in the Denver metro area. So that's good news for my home sellers out there, and for my home buyers. Just know, if you guys are in those markets, I mean, in those areas, you're gonna be fighting tooth and nail to get a good deal. So let's continue on. Let's look at the active and sold price range. And in detached single family homes, we got about in the 3 million plus, there's 47 homes. In the 2 million plus, there's about 50 active listings. So the most active listings that came on the market, I would say, is between that $699 price point. So if you're in that $699 price point, you guys had the most amount of listings come on the market. But look at the sold listings. You guys also had the most amount of properties sold. So there was 924 properties sold and only 294 properties listed. So, and that are active. So that lets you know again about inventory and how shortage was really is. So when we're looking at prices, and we're, you know, we have people out there saying, well, the market's gonna crash, well, the market's gonna do this. Well, it's gonna get real interesting when we start to see no inventory on the market. Then what do you think prices, what are gonna happen to prices? Simple law of supply and demand. You know, too much supply, prices usually continue to kind of dwindle back. But when there's no supply and there's high demand, what happens to prices? I'll let you guys write down in the comment. What do you guys think is going to happen to prices? Do you think they're going to go up? Do you think they're going to go down? Let me know in the comments. And let's go to active sold and for attached single family homes. And if we're looking at the attached single family homes, you know, they're going to be a little bit equally over the board, you know, better than the detached single family homes. But there's 96 active listings for the 300 to 399 range, and there's 424 properties sold. So, I mean, you guys see the stats. These are facts right here. Just letting you know, these are some facts. So when you're talking to your agent, make sure they're letting you know how important it is to be the first person in there to make the offer, so that you can be the first person in that agent's ear. All right, let's look at months of supply and days on market by price range. So as you guys can see, the months of supply in most price ranges are below 10 times below where they're supposed to be. And these, not even the 3 million plus and the 2 million plus, if you guys looked at my older videos, they had way more inventory than this. And now though, that inventory is even starting to go lower and lower. So I mean, this is where all the competition is coming from. This lets you guys know that there is demand in the market. So when people say there's no buyers, well, the stats don't say that there's no buyers. The stat says that there's no inventory and there's a good amount of buyers. So let's look at the average days on market for per price point. So as you guys can see, they're still going pretty quick. You know, they're definitely not as quick as they were back in, you know, 2021. But they're still pretty low. And if you look at the year-over-year changes, negative 77%, negative 56%. And then let's look at the detached single family homes. As you guys can see, the average days, the months of supply there, and then the average days on the market there. So if you're looking at any of these price points, you're going to be competing, or this is why it helps to be the first person in, because these aren't, this is not 6 days, 5 days. This property has been on the market for a good week, almost 2 weeks. So you should be able to win some offers now as the average days on market continue to, go up a little higher. And if we look at the months of supply and days on market by price range for attached single family homes, they're still in the same predicament as the detached single family homes as to low days on market and low months of supply. And now let's look at the sold analysis. So this one right here just letting you know how many units sold for the month of December. And we're at a pace about 4,000. So that's a decrease by 11% year over year. So not as many sold units, but also not as much inventory going on the property on the market. So that kind of can also tell you why the sold units are a little bit lower. And if we look at the detached single family homes by each county, they're all selling pretty good. It was a 12% decrease year over year for sold units for detached, and it was a 8.9% month over month and a 12% year over year. So they're about evenly in decreasing. Now let's look at this average sold price. This is another one of my favorite slides because this lets you guys know how much equity you have gained in your property. So we look at the average sold price by each county for a detached single family home. Who has the highest? Douglas County has the highest average sold price for a detached single family home, which was at $854,000. And that was a 22% increase. So when we're looking at appreciation in properties and we're trying to say, well, I live in Arapahoe County and I bought this house last year. Well, if you bought this house last year, the year over year change from that is a 14% increase. So you could just think of it, oh, hey, I just gained 14% in equity in my home. I mean, that's cool. You're not making too many of these returns in a year in a lot of other places. Douglas County had a 22% increase in price. So that's spectacular. So these folks over here, they're winning. Arapahoe County, as you guys can see, is at 646,000. So their average price increased 14%. So that's excellent. And then when we look at the month over month, they're not as big of increases, but Douglas County month over month increased 11%. Like that's a hell of an increase. Homes sold for an average of 106,000 more than this time last year. So that's 100,000 somebody just gave to their home. Man, that's wild. This is why it's important to get into a property, because sometimes people like to say, well, I don't want to buy a property because I'm waiting on interest rates to go up or drop, or I'm waiting for the price to drop. The hardest thing to do is get into the property. When you get into the property, then you're able to see what the financial benefits of the properties are, the tax benefits, the appreciation, the payment each month that you continually to knock down the balance of your loan, which compounds your appreciation too, and your monthly cash flow, because you're not paying as much now for rent as you was a year ago. So get with your realtor, your favorite realtor, Josh Brown, and let's see how we can get you guys into your dream home, or just a starter home to get you started, because the hardest thing in real estate is to start. Now let's look at the sold units year to date. I mean, we kind of already went over that. And then I think there's one more slide I want to go show you guys, and that's going to be the sold to list price. So the reason why this slide is my favorite slide, because it shows you exactly what homes are selling over what they're listed for. So once again, when we talk about I'm going in to make an offer and I see that homes in the 500 to 599,000 price range, they're selling about 102% over list price, then we know, okay, well, if we have multiple offers, homes are only selling for more than 102 list price. So if I can, either match that or exceed that, then I know I have a higher chance of winning that offer. But you know, how do you know that if you don't know this information? So let's look at the sold to list price in each price range, and this will give you a good idea of, you know, how much more homes are selling for over list price. So I would say the highest list to sell price would be in the 400 to 499 range, and they're selling 102% over whatever they're listed for. So you look at the 200 to 299 price range, they're selling for about 94% of what they're listed for. So they're decreasing. Those are price decreases right there, just to give you guys an idea. Those are price decreases. 0 to 199,000, they're selling about 77% lower than what the list price is. So when you're looking at, you know, a home or especially something that maybe need to be fixed up or that has had longer days on market, that's when you go to the sellers and you say, hey man, you know, looking at this price point, homes are selling for 77% lower. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is how I'm going to make this offer. Whatever he's listed for, I'm going to knock what is that, 30 something percent off of it, and then that's going to be my offer, because I'm just looking at the facts and seeing this is what's happening in the market. So this is just one of the other interesting slides that I like to show you guys. The sold to list price is one of the most important slides because it'll dictate, you know, where homes are selling for in the market. You know, when we start to see 95 to 98%, that means people are having price decreases, or either whatever area or wherever those price ranges are, they're starting to see a decrease in price, which is good for buyers, because then, you know, now you can come into the market not overbidding, and you can get an actual good price on the property. So that is my market update for you guys, man. As you know, follow me, like, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be coming giving you guys this market update every month. This is gonna be December's month right here. You know, I know we're already in January, but as you guys know, the real estate market lags a little bit. But yeah, so put some comments below, man. Let me know what you guys think of this, and let me know if it was helpful. And stay tuned for the next market update. Have a good rest of your day. JB, over and out.